Is it just me or the fact growing up, I've realized a lot of jobs are getting less professional? They're not professional. Like, I used to work at this place called Hungry Horse, right? It's like a pub, like a food place. It's in West London, right? And it's like, okay, they sell food, they sell like drinks, this and that. Now, I started working there when I was 15. Like, I was 15 years old, right? And then the manager came up to me at one point and told me, "Oh, Krish, we need you on the bar. We need you on the bar." First of all, I don't know how to mix drinks or anything. He says, "Oh, you need to make gin and cocktails, you need to make JD and Cokes, you need to make all these drinks, whatever." And I'm like, okay, fine. But the fact of is you're not actually supposed to be doing that. That's actually not illegal. Like, you're supposed to have people who are trained on the bar. You know, like if someone wants like an iced tea, which is like I think 7 different types of alcohol, you know, that needs to be trained. You know what I mean? But he's just someone says to me, "Oh, Chris, we ain't got no one. You need to go in the bar." Like, go in the bar for what? Like, okay, doing pints of beer, that's fine. But like serving up drinks and mixtures. Sometimes I tell customers, yeah, I don't even know what that is. Like, just tell me which alcohol you want me to put in it, and then cool. Sometimes I was giving them extra because I was lost. You know what I mean? At the bar, which is watered down anyways. Half the alcohol you buy at these bars are watered down. Like, they just water them down at the back, add a little bit extra water in it, and people don't know when they're drunk. They can't tell the difference. You know what I mean? Like tequila and tequila mixed with water, they can't tell the difference when they're drunk. But my point is, that's the tip about working at bars. But yeah, like my actual job was to be cleaning the tables, serving the food, getting the food from the bag, washing the dishes. I had like a machine. It's like a shower kind of machine, and you click the button and it washes all the pots and stuff, you know what I mean? So that was my actual job. But a lot of the time they'd get me at the bar. A lot of the time I'd have the managers outside smoking, and I'd be like, and I'm smoking green, not smoking like cigarettes. I'm talking about smoking the green, right? And I'm like, okay, cool. One time I went out here, and the manager, a white dude, he said to me, "Oh, Krish, you got any smokes?" I'm like, "No, I ain't got no smokes." He says to me, "Oh, bro, I'll pay you." Bro, you think I'm a dealer just because I'm mixed? Like, I don't know. He sees this black kid, big afro at the time, and he says, "Yo, I'll pay you, bro." I'm bun this guy. Do you know what I mean? This guy is just a waste man. I'm like, I ain't. Even if I did, why would I give it to him? Do you know what I mean? Like, hell nah. That's for me and my boys. You know what I'm saying? So at the time, obviously, I was in a relationship at the time. So I go college. After college, I'd go then see her because I finished college at like 2, go see her, then go straight to work. And when I was at work, the amount of people that would come up to me, like, because obviously she used to drop me to the place, yeah. The amount of people that come up to me, they're like, "Bro, oh, your girl's fit, this and that." I'm like, "Bro, like, why are you looking at my woman like that?" That just pissed me off already. Like, I've just gone into the shift, right? I've just come in with my uniform on, and they're already talking about my girl. Like, are you dumb? Or my ex-girl at the time. You know what I mean, though? But like, look, what are you lot doing? Bunch of clowns in there. Half the people were stoned. Half the people were not serious. Half the time I'd have racist customers come in. Like, literally one time, this one white dude, I swear on my life, came up to me, yeah. I'm on my shift, yeah. Came up to me. If it was anyhow a different situation, it would have been different. But I was on my shift, right? I'm there serving the food. You give it to me, "Wagwan, what you saying, my man? Wagwan," doing it like the strongest Jamaican accent for no reason. First of all, my dad's St. Lucian. He's not even Jamaican, but you know what I mean? Like, cool, Caribbean island, cool in it. Shout out to anyone from the Caribbean. But anyways, this guy came up to me in this super thick, like Bob Marley type accent. Yeah, I'm looking at this guy like, does this guy want to get clocked out? Like, bro. But you know what? I'm on my shift, so I leave it. Then this boy comes up to me and says, "Oh no, my boy's not racist. He's got black friends." Ah, you know that one? It's a classic. The amount of times I've had people say, "Oh, I'm not racist. I've got black friends." When I'm seeing a bunch of white dudes on the table, I'm not saying no black people, but okay, cool. He's got black friends, cool. Why does he need to come up to me and do this like strong Jamaican accent? I'm not gonna go up to a Chinese person or an Asian person and start doing some accent. You know what I mean? Like who does that? You know what I mean? Like, it's just wild. Like, I'm not gonna go into America and be like, "Hey y'all, I'm from New York. Hey y'all." I'm not gonna go do some accents. You know what I mean? Like who's doing this? Do you know what I mean? So I'm like, okay, whatever. So then his boy's like, "Oh no, pour me like a vodka and coke or it's like a rum and coke or something." And I poured it for him. He says, "Nah, bro, that's for you, bro." And he paid, and his boy got me a drink at the bar. When I'm at work, like, you're not even supposed to be drinking on the job. But I was like, you know what? Thanks for that, and I'll have a drink on the job because, you know, I was just like, you know, tired of this. So I had a drink on the job. A lot of people were drinking on the job, which is hilarious because we get discounts. Like, the funniest thing is, working at that bar, you get like a 50% discount on any drinks, but that's for after work or when you're not working. Like, when you're not on your shift, you can go in and get like, you know, like a half price. But the funniest thing is, because we were doing the tabs on the bar, the amount of people that could literally just tab themselves, get the drinks and just tab yourself, you know what I mean? Because the managers never really checked on who's on what time, because we used to have like a fob, like a little key fob when we signed in. So we'd go into work, we'd tap our fob, and then you click our name, and then that's when like we've signed in, you know what I mean? Like, we've signed in for our shift so they could know how many hours we're done. But the amount of people that would use their fob to get the discounts of the drinks even when they're on their shift, because as soon as you tap your fob, you just put the drink you want and it gives you half price. So instead of paying like £8 for a pint, you pay like £4. Instead of paying like a £12 for like a tequila shot, you pay £6. You know what I mean? So you can just open the till, put the money in yourself, and then just tab it yourself. I said, oh yeah, I wasn't on my shift, I was drinking on my break or whatever. But it's just mad, like, I'm saying, growing up, I really realized that jobs are not professional. Like, the amount of, it's just like a daycare center for adults, because at the end of the day, the amount of people I saw getting stoned, the amount of people I saw bringing their links in, the amount of people moving to girls at the place. Like imagine like you're a group of girls here sitting on a table, and you get these older dudes, yeah, skinny old looking dudes, come up to you trying to get your number whilst they're serving you your food. It's not serious. Like, and I said to one of the bros there, I said, like, does that actually work? Like, trying to get girls, writing your number on a napkin, it's like a tissue, isn't it? Right? Your number on there, and then giving it to her when you drop the food. Does that work? And he says, yeah, bro. And then he starts showing me like mad videos of him doing, you know what he's doing with these girls, like from behind angle, and he's there recording them, and he's showing me, yeah, bro, look, she got a big ass. And I'm like, bro, what? And I'm like, you met these girls from here? And he says, yeah, man, it works. This is a goated method. And I'm like, yeah, bro, this is wild. I'm just like, okay, you know, these are not serious. And I worked there for like about a year. No, like over a year, like about, I think 13, 14 months I worked there, and the amount of things I'd see getting slipped under the table. No, the most hilarious one, a most hilarious one, yeah, I got to mention was, I remember when it was Mother's Day. There was a time when it was Mother's Day, which, yeah, Mother's Day. And then Mother's Day is like, obviously, you know what Mother's Day, innit? I don't know if your country has Mother's Day, but it's like a day where you celebrate your mom. Cool. The amount of people doing white in the bathroom is crazy. Like, I thought, like, do you know what I mean? It's looking like Christmas. Like, people saying, oh, it's Mother's Day. We got a lot of people in the bathroom doing whatever. You need to get the UV light out, which is like it's like a torch, but it's like a blue torch. And you can see if people have been doing, you know what I mean? Sniffing. And I'm like, why is that happening on Mother's Day? Like, I don't get, well, what is it to do with mothers? Like, people doing these things with them. I don't know. It's weird. Like, so I'm saying, I realized from that job that there's a lot of things that just don't make any sense. Watered down drinks, the food. Sometimes the food would fall on the floor. Sometimes chips would fall on the floor, and they'd tell us to pick it up and just put it back on the plate. It's cool. They're not gonna know. What? I dashed that in the bin, and I said, oh, sorry, some of them fell on the floor, but the managers wanted me to put it back on your plate. I ain't doing that. Do you know what I mean? Like, hell no, I ain't doing that. But the amount of people who would do that, and the amount of people who would literally serve someone food, grab the plate bag, literally just wipe the plate. If we ran out of plates, wipe the plate down quickly and then put another burger and chips onto another person's meal. You know, you see these kinds of things happening. And yeah, you know, it's just a bit mad. Like, that whole place was a bit mad. It was a bit run down. I don't know about now. Like, I haven't worked there in years. I was working there when I was a kid. So I don't know, maybe there's under new management or what happened to that place. I don't know if the place even exists anymore. I ain't got a clue. But at that time, there was a lot of, oh, another funny one. In the bathroom, in the men's bathroom, you could buy, let's just say the pills, the ones that, you know what I mean, get you ready for what you're about to do. You know what I mean? If you know, you know. So selling those in the toilet as well for £3 in the machine, which is kind of hilarious. So like, people were going in the bathroom, because obviously when you're drinking, you're not gonna, you know what I mean, sometimes your banana falls asleep, you know what I mean? So people were going in there buying those, and then, I don't know, going to the hotel or whatever they were doing, and it's just a bunch of nonsense in there. But yeah, like, I really grew up, I realized that a lot of jobs are just unprofessional, and I don't know, I could do more story time videos if you want, but I hope you guys enjoyed this one. It just was on my mind, you know, it's just on my mind. But yeah, like, I worked there for like over a year, and there were some good moments to it, but overall it was just a bunch of nonsense. But I got paid good, so that was happy for my age. But you lot take care, have a great day.